it interesting because she used to be an entertainer. Keep everybody else. His depression and the way I approach it. I know you. What? You're all over the internet. Let me tell you.
Okay. So what was the experience like playing Angie? Was this your first time? Yes. Okay. So what was that experience like?
We have brought Hollywood to Phoenix, and I'm speaking to one of the stars of Kings of the Evening. Her name is Lanata Washington, and you play Lucy. Talk a little bit about the film. What drew you to want to say, I want to be a part of this film, I want to play Lucy, so what drew you to the part?
Well, I think first of the story itself, it's just a beautiful story, and I think what stood out to me was that in a time where we're seeing lots of movies come out that don't really focus on the positives at all, nor do they really focus on the positive stories of African Americans in general, I thought this was a really great piece, partly because you have 5 black characters in lead roles, and we're not necessarily focusing on them being black, which is great, because usually you see stories out there and we're either drugging or thugging, or there's whole stereotypical films. Yes, exactly. And I really like that this was sort of outside the norm. But then on top of that, I just found that Lucy had so many layers. Very vulnerable, yet I sensed that there was this really strong fire inside of her, and I kind of wanted to be able to investigate that, because I think that she and I are kind of kindred spirits in that way.
Now, when it comes to a role, because this one, like you were saying, it has a dark side to it and it has layers to it, how far would you be willing to go in order to play a character? Are you willing to do anything for a part, or do you have limitations?
I am willing to do just about anything for a part, because I really believe that my job as an actor is to play those roles and tell the truth of the characters. And so if the truth of the character is that she is a prostitute living on the street, then you need to tell that truth. Now, I think that there's a way to tell that truth that maintains not only the dignity of the actor, but also the dignity of the story. So in that regard, yes, I'm willing to do just about anything.
Well, honey, I think you're doing a good job. You keep it up. And thank you so much for coming to Phoenix and talking to everyone here at the Black Film Showcase. We got Lanata Washington. Watch her in the film tonight, Kings of the Evening. Danielle, nice to meet you.
Hi, Danielle. How are you?
You're so sweet. I am good. We're going to be looking at this camera here. I know you got a lot of different cameras. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Lynn Whitfield, the star of the film, Kings of the Evening. Let me just tell you, you play Gracie, sort of the mother hen in the film, and honey, you do not look like anybody's part. Why would you want to take on this role? I mean, you've done so many things, so what was it about this role that said, this is something I can do?
Well, it was really interesting. I mean, she was a woman who was very simple. It wasn't about how she looked, but how she lived, and this time in history, you know, blacks during the Depression was an interesting subject matter to me. The rituals and traditions that they experience in the film, I'd never seen anything like it. And I just thought it was a very interesting project to be a part of. And, you know, people in Hollywood kind of typecast you a lot of the time. And so they say, oh, Lynn Whitfield, she can't do anything like that. She's too glamorous, or it's to this. So this was something that absolutely, you know, had nothing to do with glamour.
So you kind of took a step outside of your norm, because let me just think, does Lynn Whitfield wake up looking like this every day? Does she put on her heels and her MAC makeup and her lip gloss look like this every day?
My daughter will really let you know, no. And it takes, you know, glamour is hard work. It's not easy.
But honey, you wear it well. All right, Kings of the Evening, the red carpet. Hollywood has come to Phoenix, the Valley of the Sun. It is the premiere tonight, and I'm telling you, people are coming out. You know, the cars, the lineup, we got photographers over there. And I just want to say, you are so sweet, because I looked you up on the internet, on MySpace, and I was just wondering, will he let me be his friend? Will Reginald Dorsey let me be his friend? And then you accepted me. Now you're my top 8. You are my top 8.
Did I contact you?
You did. You sent me a nice little message, and I was like, he reached out to me. This is great. All right, let's talk about this film, because you've done so many different things, from the small screen to the big screen. And I was looking at some of the past work you've done. You played on some of my favorite shows. You did The A-Team. You did Good Times back in the day in 1976. And then you even did 21 Jump Street. Can I just say Johnny Depp? Okay, so you've made the rounds on the small screen, and you've also done some miniseries like Lonesome Dove, and now you're doing a film that brings pride to African American men and shows them in a light that hasn't been showcased in a long time. So is that what drew you to the character, or was it something else?
Well, when I read the script, it was one of the most fantastic scripts that I'd come across in many years. And I just wanted to be a part of something that not only, you know, was beautiful as far as the vision of the project, but it also spoke to the dignity of our community. of the African American community. And for me as an actor, that's something that I strive for in every film and project that I do.
Now, I had read that you had taken a few years and you were doing some behind-the-scenes stuff and you weren't doing any acting. Was that just a personal thing because you weren't finding the roles you wanted, or did you really just want to be behind the camera and maybe create in a different way?
Well, it was a combination of things. I wasn't getting the offers that I wanted, you know, in terms of the different types of projects that I would have liked to involve myself with. So that's why I decided to get behind the scenes and start producing and directing in order to bring about, you know, a better quality of product for the community. I wanted to see projects, you know, that were reflective of the various things that we can offer as a community in terms of subject matter. And so that's why it was important for me to attach myself to Kings of the Evening as a producer as well as one of the actors in the film.
I know you're wearing double hats in the film. You're doing a good job. Well, welcome to the Valley of the Sun. Thank you so much for being my top 8 on MySpace. It's a pleasure to meet you. Have fun tonight. Just enjoy yourself.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
The audience looks forward to it as well.
Oh, they're waiting to see it. Reginald T. Dorsey, star of Kings of the Evening, here on the red carpet for the Phoenix Black Showcase.